right, let's get right to today's reading, Aquarius. The first card up is the Two of Cups. Okay, and that's followed by the Hierophant card. All right, so we have in the center the moon. So as we know, the moon is a lot of unknown things going on in the background, unbeknownst to you, Aquarius. So this could be mystical things, magical things, or just things that you aren't aware of. And the card next to that one is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about wealth and prosperity. This is about gifts coming in this very spiritual time that we are living in. Okay, and we've been going through it. So this is coming in strong now. I feel like we're closer to this than ever, guys. All right, and having the moon on the opposite end is like you don't know it, but this wealth and prosperity is going to be reaching you, and it's coming in very strong. So having the Strength card next to it is giving it power. It's giving it momentum. All right, it's pushing it toward everyone, really, globally. Okay, and I am also seeing the Partnership card here and commitment. So partnerships, you know, also having a connection with global things going on, global stability, and global financial aspects going on, you know, with that moon card behind the scenes. So we're not seeing any of this yet, but having the Strength card next to it, it gives it a lot of momentum and power. All right. Also, I'm seeing this Victory card next to an Emperor here. So somebody, all right, somebody is going through a tower moment, but this tower moment is necessary for you to move into your next step of life, your next the next realm, if you will. Okay, the next part of your life, the next path. All right, so I'm seeing that you're a very hard worker. When you want something, you don't take no for an answer, Aquarius. And I'm seeing you're working really hard on some of the things you are wanting. All right, so this tower moment with the sadness next to it is not going to stop you from receiving this tower moment. Nothing's going to stop you. Nothing, okay, is going to get in your way. You're very gung-ho about getting the things, and you know, it's just an inner knowing. You know you're going to work hard and you're going to get these things that you're wanting. There is no, there's no word. The word no, in other words, does not exist in your vocabulary when it comes to making stuff happen. All right, you're coming into your powers now. You know how powerful you are, how easy you can manifest, and you're going through that experience right now. You're seeing it happen right before you. All right, Page of Swords. Somebody is looking the wrong way at something. All right, so there's something you thought you were going to have in your hands right now to be celebrating, but instead you're losing sleep over something and obsessing on it, feeling upset. It did not go exactly as planned, okay? So you don't have this yet. I do see good news around your money. So if this is connected to money, all right, and don't forget, guys, if you want a reading, you can absolutely get a reading with me. You can see what services I offer by clicking on the description below my video. Okay, click on the description below the video and you'll be able to email me. All right, but I'm seeing movement with this news around money, some good news around money. All right, so if this is you and this is, you know, you're feeling like this could be about your scenario, your situation right now, comment below the video. Guys, I haven't been on for a while, so if you are enjoying my readings, I'm usually on here daily. I've been kind of, you know, in a funk lately with all this energy coming in. I'm also feeling confident that we are all going to be enjoying some financial gifts in the very near future. I feel so confident about it that I'm kind of laying back. I'm not telling you guys that you should do that. All right. It's more about trying to get my energy, trying to replenish, I'll say, my energy. Okay. But I am seeing here some defensiveness around finances. It's very important that you guys come into your authentic selves now. Be yourselves, truly. Don't say yes to people because you're trying to fit in, or you feel like if you say no, they're not going to like you anymore. Just be you. You know, speak freely, speak your mind. That makes me not so comfortable, so I'm going to say no to that. There's always a way to say things where you're not, you know, insulting people and they shouldn't really feel bad. Okay. And over here, this looks like there's also, with this defensiveness around your money, some of you are feeling like you're having like a major financial setback. Okay. And instead of things getting easier for you, there are a bunch of you out there, I'm feeling this today, you are feeling like instead of it getting easier, it's getting harder. Okay. Remember, you know, take heed in what you're focusing on, Aquarius. Okay. There's a lot of different things you could be focusing on out there, and the choice is yours. You could focus on negativity or you could focus on positivity. All right. And I always say, if 10 negative things happen today and one positive thing happens, focus on the positive thing. All right. And the negative things, the problems that show up in life, okay, just try to rid yourself of them ASAP. Try to fix them as soon as you can, so you're not going to sleep at night with things on your mind. I'm seeing somebody's feeling stuck today, but you're getting clarity on this stuckness, and you know, you're starting to see the light regarding who is creating the chaos in your life. Okay. In other words, who has to go? There are people in your life that just continually suck the life out of you, and some of you have not separated from them yet. Okay, so you stay in this state of stuckness, and you know, you just stay there. You are starting to get clarity though, that there is something new out there for you, something fresh, a fresh new start. All right, and all it's going to take is for you to separate from people, places, and things that are not any longer serving you for your betterment. All right, there's a feminine today. I see that you are focusing on happiness. Something really joyous has happened for you. All right, this is a feminine. If this is you, please comment below the video. Something has happened, or it looks like maybe someone has asked you to marry them, or this is about a marriage maybe of a child, a daughter, a son. Something that you just heard, a birth of a child, is creating a lot of happiness and celebration. And I'm seeing that today you're very focused on this. Excuse me. All right. There's a masculine who you're using your intuition on this, but you already know. You're looking to get balance from a situation that is not going to bring you balance, because the person or situation is very toxic, and you've already picked up on that. In the back of your mind, you kind of know it, but for whatever reason, you're trying to disregard it. You're trying to, even though you're using your intuition on it, you're trying to steer your intuition into making this not be something you're seeing. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if in the next layout we see the Fool, or the Hangman rather. Okay, Hangman is telling us we're not really stuck. We're telling ourselves we're stuck, but we're not really stuck. We can untie our ankle and walk away at any time. This is kind of the same scenario, like, but you're trying to talk yourself into, and even use your intuition and bend it so that it looks somewhat positive, when you already know through your intuition that it is not. Okay, but for some reason you're still wanting this. This is going to bring in some pain. Okay, there's already some kind of judgment and sneakiness going on, it looks like, behind your back. all right, that is going to get in the way of your happiness. And you are the star. Your spirit wants me to tell you right now that you are this beautiful white light. You are so deserving of so much more. Please put yourself on a pedestal and treat yourself the way everyone else that is looking down on you from above would like to see you treated, how they are going to treat you in the near future. We're going to be meeting our star families soon, is what I'm getting, guys, what I'm being told and what I'm getting. All right, sounds very far out, very far out. But you know what? In this world, the things that are going on, I would put nothing past anything, okay? Yeah, so we'll see. All right, here I'm seeing, here's the Hangman, by the way. All right, so here's your Hangman and an ending. So Spirit is saying, just stop blowing smoke and end this now. And, you know, there's a brand new beginning over here with this other person who is kind of waiting in the wings. This person is already in your energy, I want to say, in your circle of energy. All right, this person is all about positivity. They're going to be very positive for you, to you, treat you very well. All right, but this has to end, this other situation we were talking about, this toxic situation. Guys, if you're in a toxic situation and you have not yet figured out how to separate yourself, just put toxic situation underneath the video. All right, some of you might feel uncomfortable doing that, but I have a feeling that a lot of you know exactly what's up. You know exactly what your situation is, but for whatever reason, you're not ready, or you just haven't decided to make a move yet. All right, I'm seeing over here some type of balance coming in, and on the opposite end, I'm seeing a lot of personal growth. So somebody is getting into the spiritual aspects of things. You were looking something up over the past couple of days, maybe today or yesterday. You were looking something up, something spiritual. Could have been about the triple numbers you're seeing, or some angelic type of messaging, or some type of connection. You're inquisitive about maybe angels, okay? But I'm seeing some of you, or at least one of you, just recently were looking into online on your phone. You were looking at something. All right, I see that you are working hard. You're trying to lift yourself up. You're purposely trying to raise your frequency and your vibration. You know that's where the happiness is and the feel-good stuff is. And you know that that is where you'll be able to manifest like a ninja. So you're working on yourself, okay? You're also wanting new love. And so you're trying to manage a lot of things, and you feel that having this connection to spirit is going to be help you move into these places, these choosings of paths that you want to go down. And you are absolutely correct in your thinking, okay? Let's continue. We have the Five of Pentacles. All right, with the Five of Pentacles, this is generally like a financial hardship that someone is dealing with. This could also have something to do, well, we have the World card here, so let me just look at these cards for a second. So somebody's going through some type of change in circumstance, it looks like. You might have been someone previously that was a risk taker. You didn't really put a lot of thought into what was going to be good for you. You know, if it sparkled, you went after it. You thought it was silver or gold, all right? But you didn't look at the you know, the puzzle pieces. You didn't take the time to find out. Yeah, you just jump into things very easily and don't put a lot of thought into it, okay? I'm seeing that there is going to be an opportunity that either has come up for you already or is going to come up for you. And this is actually going to be a good one, but you're still still going to put a lot of thought into it, because you know yourself, you know in the past you have been very spontaneous and have jumped into risky things. You also might have some risky behaviors, I want to say. So you're being a lot more careful these days, more thoughtful, more precise about which way you're going and what your moves are going to be. I do see, speaking of moves, I do see you moving away from this spontaneous behavior. So I think that, you know, there was a lot of negativity that came from your being spontaneous and not thinking things through. And you have finally gotten that lesson, and you are moving away from that kind of action. All right. Somebody is going through a huge transformation today that has been burdening you, a situation that has been burdening you. You're going through this huge transformation, and you know what I just got was pretty big, pretty immense. Your thoughts are you want to become a better person. You have been doing a lot of inner work and thinking about who you've been, and you've decided that you could have been a lot better toward others. Okay, that maybe you didn't treat others fairly, or you know, you might be really reaching a point where your frequency is being raised, and so now you're being more conscious about, you know, being kind to others. Don't beat yourself up too much over this, guys. If you go back in time and you feel guilty about how you treated other people, you were, you know, living in the third dimension at that time. Maybe you're not in that timeline anymore. That's the whole purpose why we come back here to Earth, to learn and to teach. Okay, so that's what it's all about. That is your purpose. So if you've learned something, that's amazing. Pat yourself on the back instead of beating yourself up. And you can always, you know, ask for people's forgiveness if you want to. All right, but I am seeing there's going to be, you're giving now. You're going to be doing a lot of giving, and because of that, your karma looks really good here. I'm seeing big things coming in to you because you're becoming this very kind, giving person. And that in combination with your creativity is going to, it's going to bring in a lot of beautiful things. You're going to be doing things in your community and for your family that is going to lift people up. All right, so somebody is spending a lot of time alone. All right, you're taking a break. And I heard that you're taking a break from people. All right, so you've been staying by yourself, just not wanting to socialize, staying to yourself, keeping to yourself, and you're also holding on to something, okay, with this Four of Pentacles. There might be some past issues that you have, that you need to let go of, that you have not let go of just yet, and these things might be causing deep issues. So if you're holding on to painful parts from the past like that, guys, this can cause deeper issues, okay? You need to release these things, unguilt yourself with things. You know, there has to be maybe some forgiveness, not for others, but for you. So, you know, it's not that when you forgive someone, you have to feel warm and fuzzy toward them and go hug them and go, you know, be their best friend. But the forgiveness is more for you, because once you forgive whoever trespassed upon you, usually at that point, and only at that point, will you be able to release, you know, anger, feelings of anger that you have suppressed, that you have stuffed way, way down inside of you. And guys, these things, the suppression of negative energy, can create illness and sickness. If you are sick and you're suffering and nothing is working, take your shoes and socks off and go outside and ground, meaning you're barefoot, your feet are connecting to the earth, the energy of the earth. The earth is a living, breathing consciousness, and so is the sun. We are all connected. We're connected to everything and everyone, okay? So that's just how the universe works. It's all connected. Like everything out there is, I don't know, I picture it like veins running outside of my body into all of the things that exist. Yeah, that's kind of how how it is. All right. So that being said, when you ground yourself barefoot on the dirt, the sand, natural wood surfaces, don't do it on concrete or anything that's fake. All right. And the sun is good for you. They scared you about the sun. You know, you don't have to burn yourself up in the sun, but get 15 minutes of sun without sunglasses every day. This is going to help you heal. There are more elements to the sun that are healing than just your vitamin D, okay? What is it, D3, I think. All right, so moving along, guys, I am seeing a lot of intelligence here. As always, Aquarius, you are intelligent innovators and you are extremely creative. And now with your intense manifestation skills and your intense abilities to use your intuition and, you know, make proper decisions, the right decisions, it's like everything you touch you're potentially going toward, everything you're touching is turning to gold. Okay, so 6 of Cups, you're gonna hear something from somebody that you knew years ago, Aquarius. Someone is manifesting you back into their life, and this looks to be something to do with this feminine. No, it's not necessarily love, but this feminine, for whatever reason, it could be karmic for her. She needs to connect with you. This is going to, she feels this is going to be a justice for her. It's important to her energy, her heart, her mind. So she is trying to locate you, looking on maybe Facebook or some of these platforms, okay, and heavily trying to manifest you back into her life. She has something to say to you that's very important to her. All right, guys, I'm going to end on this note. I hope that you enjoyed today's reading. If you're still with me, please subscribe and like the channel, and I will see you tomorrow.